We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this.
And I don't know how well that pulled in, but this is the Manuka Doctor's hot and spicy Manuka honey. Now, let's take a look at the ingredients real quick. It's just doing some interesting things up here. I do like this sort of chrome effect. This is cool. All right, so we've got New Zealand multifloral Manuka honey, chili extract, apple cider vinegar. So, boy, we have a lot of stuff going on with this. And so here's the thing. I thought that Manuka honey was literally just a different type of honey. You know, like honeys have different sort of characteristics to them, but they generally always taste like honey. And that's why I thought this was going to be as well. And then I had the Bravado Manuka Honey Passion Fruit Hot Sauce, which was just this really weird, medicinally tasting, funky thing. And so I started looking through the ingredients to figure out what was going on and why. It tasted like an infected beer, like an infected homebrew beer. I was like, why is this going on? It's not going to hurt you. But so I bought this before any of that happened. And so this has been sitting for a while, and so I'm going to learn about Manuka honey. Although it just kind of worked out that way. I didn't do that intentionally. I had this before I had that other hot sauce. We also have apple cider vinegar, not my favorite vinegar, and we have chili extract in here, which has ruined many and otherwise good honey. So let's open this up and take a gander at it here. I'm going to try to wait for that to get out of the way. I mean, it looks like a honey. It looks like a normal honey. It doesn't look anything off or anything like that. And I just got it all over the side. Damn it. It seems to be sticky. It smells. So this smells like a normal honey. So, and I don't know. Maybe the hot sauce is just weird because it also had champagne vinegar, which I'm not familiar with either. So we've got the hot and spicy Manuka multifloral here, and Manuka is supposed to have some magic properties or something or other. But I mean, from all intents and purposes, it smells like honey, and you can see so far it looks like a regular normal honey. I don't see a lot of chilies in there. I did see some of the oily residue, which I'm guessing is the extract. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm also very, very curious. So I say, let's just get into it. Well, wow. Whoa, that's... I don't know what to make of this. It is not as sweet as normal honey. There you can definitely pick up the extract. I don't know what chili peppers are used in this. Does it say here? There's a chili sauce. Oh yeah, that's right. So there's a chili sauce. What's the name of that? I remember I looked at this. There's a specific chili sauce from New Zealand they mix this with. So flavor-wise, it's not bad. I know none of the apple cider vinegar. Heat is pretty minimal. It's on the low side, to be sure. But they're supposed to be, because of the different flours, that apparently are specific to New Zealand or something, that they use to make them honey. It's supposed to have like antibacterial properties or something. I looked up what that hot sauce was. Maybe I'll put it in the description, or maybe I'll just go look right now. Okay, so I'm back, and so the Manuka bush is where this gets its name, and apparently that's the thing that does the magic that happens with this. And the Kataya fire, I think I'm hopefully pronouncing that right. The Kataya fire is what the hot sauce that is in here to give it the heat. This is kind of a crossover, but it's like there's almost a richness to this, sort of a depth of flavor, but it's not very sweet. So maybe, and it does sort of have that aspect to it, that weird sort of medicine-y type thing. Very, very odd. This is my first time having actual Manuka honey. It's pretty wild. But there's supposed to be some health benefits. I'm just coming into winter in the towards the tail end of 2023, so I could probably use a little help. Maybe there's some antioxidant properties or something. I mean, take all the help I can get these days. I'll tell you that. All right, so peanut butter. Got some toast wheat bread here. And I'm just going to have me a peanut butter and honey sandwich. And this is kind of where this has to work. Because they're saying put this on pizza, put this on ribs and chicken and everything else. And I don't think I'll be doing that. It's wild to have something that is obviously... We're used to it here in America to be so. I mean, honey tends to be pretty sweet over here, and I think probably generally other places as well. And just to have a honey that's just got it does have sweetness to it. It's very subtle. It's not very pronounced at all. It's wild. It's not super flavorful, I wouldn't say. But, I mean, I guess some people, they're claiming health benefits, and that's cool. If it works out, Oh, that is so strange, though. I will say this. I don't think I'll have a problem finishing this bottle, but I don't think I'm going to be getting Manuka honey again. Unless there's some, like specific health reason to do it. This is, I believe, a raw honey as well. It's just wheat toast. I mean, I guess it's fine. It's, not my favorite hot honey. That is for sure. But, I mean, I'm pretty reluctant to say it's bad. I don't think it is. It's just really strange. It's almost like... So the aftertaste of the hot sauce was almost like if you were chewing on a Band-Aid. The hot sauce from Bravado. And I think that video is up if you want to see it. It's in the hot sauce playlist. This one's not that extreme, so there might be a blend of other honeys or something in here, maybe. And then the hot sauce, I think, is it's not contributing a lot to the taste that I can tell, but I think it's probably helping. So I wonder if people that have had, just Manuka honey all their life, like for New Zealand or whatever, when they get like come across like a Savannah bee or Sue bee or any of those that is way, way more aggressively sweeter, if they think there's something wrong with it, because sometimes it'll get sweet enough it'll get almost to the area of candy. All right, this works pretty well actually with peanut butter. We have a bit of the heat and the flavor of that hot sauce coming through. Not a lot, but a little bit. And we have generally a vague honey-ish flavor to it, but this peanut butter is happily strong enough flavor that it just sort of cuts off the weird sort of not quite medicine-y taste to this. Not bad. In this setting, when you can have this by itself, it is. I guess strange is just that, and I mean I'm getting little bits of the strange while eating this as well, but less of it. Not bad as far as it goes there. I would not put this on pizza though, or chicken or anything like that. I don't think it's going to work very well there. But there's a lot of, a few places that bought into marketing hype for apple cider vinegar. This one, I think there might be some actual basis though in benefits to having this. So I don't know enough about any of that. I'm not claiming anything one way or the other. For me, this video, most of them are about a couple things. The first is heat. The second is flavor. Actually, I have those backwards. The first is flavor. Well, I mean, they're handshaky, right? They're together. You can't have one without the other. They're equally important. They're co-partners in my evaluation. And so heat-wise, this is very minimal, even with chilies, even with extract. Not particularly hot. I'll give honey itself is never hot, so I'll give it a default one. But it's not challenging. Now, in terms of flavor, it is strange. It's really bizarre. There's not a lot of the anchors we get used to to kind of grab onto with this stuff. The sweetness is a lot more subtle. It tastes like honey, but it tastes like other stuff more, almost as equally, if not more than it tastes like honey, which is just really kind of, it's not off-putting per se, but it is kind of slightly jarring, just kind of like, what is this, kind of a thing. It's pretty wild. It's interesting. I can't say I've ever experienced anything quite like it. And I mean, I was way off just thinking it was just another type of honey from a different country. I've had Italian honeys. I've had just all kinds of different stuff, and it really is. I would say more its own thing than anything else. It does resemble honey, sure, but flavor-wise, here's the thing, right? Flavor-wise, you put this in like a little solo cup next to a regular honey, side by side. And don't tell people what the difference is. The solo cups are going to be whipped through way faster than this. Like, I would never consider putting this in a beverage. There'd be no way. I would just ruin whatever I was putting it into. I mean, I don't usually put honey. I used to sometimes, with the cheaper teas, I'll put honey in it. Sometimes a little lemon here and there. I would not consider using this honey for that. But very interesting. I will say this is more of a interesting experience and a culinarily delightful one. But we'll go through it and see what happens, and maybe I will become so healthy by the end of it that I'll just decide that I have to have Manuka honey all the time. I don't know. It's stranger things that happen. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. This is the Manuka Doctor Hot and Spicy Manuka Honey. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.